In today's wild ride, Tsarukyan threw some serious heat at Ilia Topuria, but Topuria's fans didn't hold back either. They clapped back hard and dragged Arman's word through the mud.
Hate me more. You bring a lot of views.
Hey UFC fans.
But that's not all. We also got fresh statements from Topuria and Islam Makhachev. New fighter interviews are rolling in, and at the end of it all, Joe Rogan had to call the cops after the Liver King came at him with serious threats. What in the world is going on? Let's break it all down. But before that, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Big thanks in advance. In just a few days, one of the most hyped up UFC events is going down. Ilia Topuria is stepping into the octagon with hopes of making history, trying to become a two-division champion. But in his way stands Charles Oliveira, who's fired up to ruin Topuria's plans and shock the entire MMA world. That's why things are getting so intense. The energy around this fight is explosive. Anything could happen. And right in the middle of all this madness, Tsarukyan enters the scene with a direct threat to Topuria. Recently, Ilia made it very clear he has no plans to give Arman a title shot anytime soon. Why? Because Arman backed out of a fight with Islam Makhachev back in January. Ilia didn't hold back. He said, "When I had weight problems at featherweight, the UFC didn't give me a break. I had to fix things, move up a division, and earn my way back. So Arman should do the same. If you back out of fights, you shouldn't be rewarded." Arman didn't take that lightly. He fired back on social media with a bold statement. "If you win, I'll wipe the octagon floor with your face." It wasn't just trash talk, it was a serious challenge. Now the tension between Topuria and Tsarukyan is rising fast. What's crazy is that these two used to be cool with each other. They were both born in Georgia and always showed mutual respect. But now with things heating up, that friendship seems to be falling apart. Fans were quick to jump in after Arman's bold statement, and wow, the comments were brutal. "Bro, shut up. Nobody wants to see that fight. Paddy versus Ilia is the one to make. You're irrelevant. You barely beat Charles, bro. Chill. Men with balls. Don't say if before a fight. Don't show your pink side. Show your teeth. You're a good fighter, but don't talk like that. Just fight, dumb. Stop turning down fights. You can't just wait around for a title shot after this. Gamrot beats you in the rematch. I hate when wrestlers talk like that, bro. Like, you're just gonna go in there and huck. Stop acting tough. Don't get hurt sparring with Nino again, bro." The fans were clearly clowning on Tsarukyan, tearing him down at every angle, but honestly, this kind of beef, this chaos is what makes UFC exciting. It's cool when fighters are respectful, like when Ilia and Charles Oliveira met. They were polite and respectful. Ilia even posted a clip saying, "This is what our sport is about, nothing personal. We're just chasing dreams." Yeah, that's heartwarming, but let's be real, fans love the drama. Think about it, the biggest fights in UFC history always had some sort of personal beef behind them. John Jones vs. Daniel Cormier, classic. Khabib vs. Conor, absolutely insane. That kind of bad blood made those fights unforgettable. It pulls people in. That's why a potential fight between Ilia Topuria and Islam Makhachev has fans buzzing. These two have already taken shots at each other, and everyone knows it's personal now. If they were just being respectful all the time, it wouldn't get the same hype. A little tension? It sells tickets. Even Paddy Pimblett seems to get that. He recently made headlines too. Pimblett warned that if he sees Topuria at UFC 317, things might get out of hand. He said, "I'll be sitting cage side at UFC 317. If Ilia wins and calls me out, I'll laugh. But if we cross paths and it gets heated, I might knock him out before he even gets to fight Oliveira." He also brought up the last time they clashed. Remember the whole hand sanitizer bottle incident in London? Pimblett said Ilia came at him with a whole crew of guys. He made it clear he's not looking for trouble, but if it finds him, he's ready to finish it like last time. Now, honestly, if someone really wanted to attack someone, they wouldn't say it in advance like that. So maybe Paddy was more warning the UFC than threatening Topuria, like saying, "Hey, don't let us get close," or something might pop off. After that kind of warning, it's hard to believe the UFC will allow them anywhere near each other. Topuria always rolls with his team, and if anything happens, it's more likely Pimblett will be the one facing consequences.
The fight easily could be one of the biggest in the UFC history. He has to fight with Justin Gaethje, because if he fights with Arman, I think that Arman's gonna beat him. So the easiest path he has right now to get the title shot is Justin.
Meanwhile, Max Holloway gave his take on the upcoming Topuria vs Oliveira match. He thinks the whole fight might come down to the first 3 or 4 minutes. On his YouTube channel, he broke it all down.
If it gets a finish or a knockout, it wouldn't surprise me.
But if Charles wins with a submission or even a finish of his own, even a knockout finish of his own, it doesn't surprise me. This fight is like super up in the air, guys. A lot of people are counting Charles Oliveira out, but that's when he just thrives in being the underdog. I don't know how many times we called this man out, and he and he somehow found a way to win, you know. So from my perspective, this fight is going to be decided probably in the first 3 minutes or 4 minutes of this fight, the first round, because Oliver is going to get touched. And is Ilia going to touch him with something that puts him out cold, or is going to hurt him and then he somehow finds a way to fight back? So that's the main thing with this fight, you know. If I was a betting man on this fight, and Charles Oliveira is he's the underdog. I mean, Charles Oliveira is like one of the best fighters in the world to put money on an underdog. So, you know, that's all I'm saying. You know, I'm not really picking a winner here.
Ilia Topuria has said a lot about you. He's being very respectful now this week. Like he said, he doesn't think you ducked him, and he respects you for chasing your goals at welterweight. Who do you think is going to win on Saturday at UFC 317 between Ilia and Charles Oliveira?
It's good question. It depends, man. Who can follow his MMA? Who can follow his game plan? You know, if Charles can take him down, he can finish him easy in the ground. Or if Topuria catch him, he gonna sleep. You know. And two options. Who is gonna make the game plan working? You have chance. You have big chance. You know.
But I am leaning towards Ilia Topuria. I think if Charles comes aggressive like that, Ilia's going to land some of them big bombs. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's a lightweight division, his power won't be there. Trust me, the power's still there. I don't think that he's going to play into it too much. So I'm going to go with Ilia as a new lightweight champ. It's going to be exciting, however long it lasts. So let's see how it all goes down.
Charles Oliveira promised his 7-month-old son that he's going to bring the championship back home for him.
É uma promessa que ele fez pro Dom, que como ele disputou, já ganhou um cinturão pela Tayla, agora vai ganhar pelo Dominique, e essa promessa vai ser cumprida.
Do you feel bad that you're going to make him break his promise to his son?
That's why I don't like to promise to my kids those kind of things. He don't have to involve his kids in the professional things. Because he's gonna have to break his heart. I'm the best fighter in the world, and it's not that if I'm gonna win the belt, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna knock him out in the first round. They always used to be like this, but after the fight, you know what's happened.
No quería que fuera contigo. Sí, chica, tranquilo, estoy pronto para hacer una pelea. Claro que sí.
But let's talk about something that shook the internet even more. Brian Johnson, aka the Liver King. This guy just shocked everyone again, and no, it's not about raw meat or wild workouts this time. On Tuesday, June 24th, Liver King was actually arrested in Austin, Texas, and the reason? He allegedly made threatening posts targeting none other than Joe Rogan. You might be wondering, why would a fitness influencer go after one of the most respected voices in MMA? Well, it started months ago. Joe Rogan called Liver King out on his podcast. Rogan said what a lot of people were already thinking, that there's no way Liver King got his crazy jack body from just eating liver and doing push-ups. Rogan was blunt. He said Johnson was most likely using steroids, even though Liver King always claimed to be natural.
That's not steroids.
Not true.
Well, the podcast comes out on Birdcast. Everyone check it out.
I'll tell you that right now.
Of course, Liver King didn't take that kindly. Fast forward to June 2025, and Liver King starts going off on social media. He posted a bunch of angry videos on Instagram, calling out Rogan directly. He even challenged him to a fight.
This is happening. We're coming to you. I've challenged you man to man to a fight. Honorable. And we don't have to pretend or make any videos. The world is watching. They'll make the videos for us. And you don't have to hold a camera. You can hold the hand of somebody that you love, because what happens next to you, you're going to need to remember that feeling. You're going to need something more than what you did to give you something to fight for, because I have my family to fight for. and I'll die for him. You know that. And you're a black belt, but you've never come across something like this. Willing to die, hoping that you'll choke me out. I pray to God, because that's a dream come true. It feels good. And then the limbs, I'm fighting for my family. So limb.
Joe Rogan, I'm calling you out. My name's Liver King. Man to man, I'm picking a fight with you. Yeah. I have zero training in jiu-jitsu. You're a black belt. You should dismantle me. But I'm picking a fight with you. Just pulling up. Guess what?
Some of these videos were so intense that Rogan and the cops started getting seriously concerned. On Tuesday morning, the Austin Police Department got tipped off about the threats. According to the police report, Liver King wasn't just posting violent messages, he was actually on his way to Austin. That morning, detectives looked over the posts and felt like they had enough reason to take action. Later that day, they tracked him down at the Four Seasons Hotel and arrested him without any problems. He was hit with a terroristic threat charge, which is a Class B misdemeanor. When police talked to Joe Rogan about it, Rogan said he's never even met the guy. But yeah, the posts definitely creeped him out. Now, the man who built his whole brand on ancestral living is dealing with some very real consequences, all because he couldn't handle a little criticism. But wait, it's not over. Just a couple hours ago, Liver King posted again. Even with an ankle monitor on and fresh off an arrest, he still tried to pick a fight with Joe Rogan. So, buckle up, this fight world is heating up in ways no one expected. Between Topuria's war of words with R-Man, Paddy's warnings, and Liver King losing his mind over a podcast comment, it's safe to say this week in MMA has been completely off the rails. And if you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.